A few years passed since the end of the Tournament of Power. All the universes had taken some high-level training and intended to increase their powers. However, Daishinkan together with Zeno-sama analyzed the mortal growth of the entire Universe 7, realizing those participants in the Tournament of Power were capable of giving battles to the gods of destruction. If they continued with that increase in power, they would be a threat.
Daishinkan, apparently we have to activate the plan Eradication of Mortals of Great Powers. I know you think that I'm contradicting myself, since we have asked the universes to have a high level of morality, but not so much to surpass us the gods.
Being your guardian, I don't dare to give my opinion, but I agree. Because on this occasion, the mortals of Universe 7 achieved great power. Above that is Goku. His power is to be able to defeat Beerus with great ease. He's been able to manage to master Ultra Instinct 100% of its capacity.
Son Goku's my friend, but I can't put everything built on millions of years at risk. So Daishinkan, I want you to take care mainly of Son Goku, since he's the only mortal capable of becoming a real nuisance.
As you order, my lord. Don't worry, even if Son Goku's a prodigy on the battlefield, he doesn't compare to my experience or power. Daishinkan would make a bow, leaving at a high speed towards Universe 7. Though Daishinkan was able to get there with a dimensional change, he wanted to fly, to start warming up his muscles. Daishinkan was the most powerful warrior of all the universes, only below Zeno-sama, who had managed to arrive in a few minutes to the planet of Beerus. I'm ready to end Son Goku's life. Daishinkan, concentrating a small power of energy in one of his fingers to grant him a lethal attack, would notice how the deities of Universe 6 would arrive towards the planet of Beerus. Due to this, he would dissipate the energy that was being created in his finger. What? This is an opportune time for the deities of Universe 6 to arrive. What the hell do they want?
Well, this is a surprise. I didn't expect to see you here for a while. Tell me, Vados, what happened? Did something happen to Mr. Champa? A while without seeing each other, Whis. Don't worry, only Lord Champa wished to buy the new power that I was able to achieve in this short period of time. For that reason, he wishes to challenge Beerus to a friendly combat.
Beerus would arrive, giving a big smile. Don't say something stupid. You're not able to do anything against me. Even though we're brothers and gods, the gap is abysmal. Champa, upset by the lack of respect, would pounce against Beerus. Beerus would stop his blow with one of his hands and a purple aura would be released over his planet. The power you have is greater than the power you had a few months ago. Apparently you've been training. I am considered the most powerful god. I've also governed myself to a powerful training. Beerus, with a powerful blow to Champa's stomach, managed to knock him out of combat. Champa would fall to the ground with blood releasing from his body, and Champa, upset, would stand up. His aura of destruction similarly released all over the planet of Beerus. The clashing pressure of both gods would attract the attention of Goku and Vegeta, who were training at the other end of the planet.
Wow, apparently Mr. Beerus will face another god of destruction. We have to see who Vegeta will face. I'm sure that we can learn something from this combat.
You're right. Let's go see what Beerus is up against. Both Saiyans would head towards the gods when would collide with a great power. Vados' gaze would blush a little when seeing Goku shirtless. At this time, the Saiyan's physique had improved greatly.
Mr. Goku can't be considered immortal. His body seems carved by the gods themselves, while even his genetics had become increasingly powerfully amazing. Miss Vados, is everything okay? Has something happened to bother you? He keeps on seeing me. No, not at all, Goku. I was just analyzing the power has increased since the last time we've seen in the Tournament of Power. Thank you very much. I increased my power a lot since the Tournament of Power. At some point, the great Zeno-sama may organize another one, and we'll be winners once again. I haven't the slightest doubt you'll be the winners, because with a warrior like you, you have the victory assured.
Daishinkan's expression would be of contempt. He stretched out his hand to eliminate Goku next to Vados, because it was immoral for a god to have feelings for a mortal, less much an angel for a mortal. It was something Daishinkan would not allow. I have the full authorization of the great Zeno-sama. I'm not interested in ending the life of Whis and Vados, because I'm sure that Whis will try to stop me. But I want to massacre Vados. It's unforgivable that I want to get involved with that simple mortal. Daishinkan, with a big attack in his hand, with the intention of finishing Goku and Vados with a single attack, would throw it without thinking it twice. However, Whis, with a great reaction speed and the help of his staff, would divert the attack to a very distant part of the planet. Despite moving it away, the planet almost exploded from such an attack. Beerus and Champa, you better stop, because we have a new enemy. An enemy I never thought we would have. So now you could come out of the shadows, Father. What is the reason why he wants to take down Son Goku and my sister Vados? Vados was surprised, noticing a big cocoon of shadows. One could see Daishinkan while a great aura radiated from her entire body.
Father, did you intend to kill me? What have I done to make you to try against my life? I'm a prodigy angel. I haven't done anything wrong.
I have the ambition to end your life, Son Goku, but Vados, I've seen your gaze. I'm your father. You have feelings for this mortal, and for that reason I've decided to end your existence.
Vados would fall on the ground with eyes filled with tears. Father, don't you care about me in the slightest, so that ending my life without any remorse? I'm one of your children.
Daishinkan, without saying another word, was in front of Vados, stretching out one of his hands intending to destroy her in a single attack. His attack would be intercepted by Whis. Father, I don't know what happened with Son Goku and Vados, but you always give us the joy of a second chance. On my behalf of my sister and Son Goku, I ask you to spare their lives. Please, Father. Whis would bow to Daishinkan, but not receiving any response, Whis would return to observe Daishinkan, whose expression was of anger and evil, throwing a big blow at Whis, destroying his entire ground on contact. Whis, with great speed, would dodge the blow, rearranging one of the others. Apparently, Daishinkan has no plans to let my sister and Son Goku leave this planet alive. We will have to fight. Mr. Beerus and Champa, you wanted to show the fruits of your training. This is your opportunity. Goku, Vegeta, release your power. This battle is life or death. Vados, I know that you have never opposed our father, but you do not have to do something. Our father will end up ending your life. You have to fight for your life. Vados would dry her tears while she would get a look of determination.
Of course, Whis. I won't let my father end my life in this place.
The first attack were the angels. While an incredible purple aura would rise over the planet, both gods would access all their power, pouncing against Daishinkan, supporting his angels.
Vegeta, we have to fuse. Daishinkan's seen as one of the 5 most powerful warriors of the 12 universes.
Damn it, Bug. You know I hate merging. And since I don't have any supreme earrings, we'll have to merge with this ridiculous step.
It's not time to think about that. Daishinkan will end your life. I'm sure of that. We gotta fuse.
Goku and Vegeta would perform the steps of the fusion quickly, appearing as Gogeta. But without holding back in the slightest, he would access all his power. His hair would turn purple and silver. This happened since Goku dominated 100% of the Ultra Instinct and Vegeta 100% of the Ultra Ego. Thanks to this, they managed to access the Mega Instinct.
Wow, this power is amazing. It's just to finish you, Daishinkan. I'm neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the Beast Taster, so get ready.
Gogeta pounced in the same way, but despite being 5 warriors, Daishinkan had only received a few blows, and they weren't that great. Daishinkan, irritated, would expel his power a little because of this incredible aura would become much bigger, making them push back all the warriors. It's time to end this damn game, which never should have started. Whis, you being the most powerful angel of the 12 universes, I never thought that you would turn against your father for protecting a mortal and an ungrateful Vados.
No, Father. Mr. Goku has the purest heart I've ever seen, and my sister Vados is one of blood, and for that reason I'll give my life to have them survive.
Ha ha ha! Apparently you've got a lot of guts, or think that because you are one of my children I won't end your life. I admit, you were my pride, but you're to die.
Daishinkan, already upset by the rebelliousness of his children, would end Whis' life with a single movement, detaching his head from his body. Everyone present were surprised, because Daishinkan, engulfed in flames, approached, and at that moment, a great mental power would be activated. If you are listening to this, Daishinkan's able to end my life. Gods, Beerus, Champa, and Vegeta, you must be the bait, so the planet Earth survives like Goku and Vados. They will take the training beyond an archangel in the forbidden dimension. Vados, you know what I'm talking about. I'm counting on you. With my last spiritual reserve of energy, I return you to normal. At the end of the mental connection, Goku and Vegeta returned to normal, and everyone else stared at each other.
pouncing against Daishinkan, but this time they couldn't do anything. In an opening, Goku would hold Vados by the arm while a large portal formed behind his back. Damn it, that's the forbidden dimension of angels. I won't let them escape. Daishinkan, with a great technique, would manage to shoot hundreds of golden energy arrows. Though one arrow was able to pierce Vados' chest, it wasn't enough to end her life. Goku and Vados would enter the dimension while other warriors were reduced to atoms by Daishinkan's previous attack. Damn it. I'll investigate to see which place of the forbidden dimension they arrived. I doubt they'll be able to survive, let alone one of my energy arrows was able to reach. Daishinkan would destroy the planet of the god Beerus entirely, while returning to the planet of Zeno-sama, informing him of everything that happened.
No, Daishinkan, there's no need to investigate where they got to in the forbidden dimension. If you go through this serious injury, Son Goku couldn't survive. In that place, angels are compared to my power. All of them are eager for more, so to end Goku's life without thinking 2 times.
I understand, but my plan was to investigate. If Son Goku could survive, he would be a danger, having a thirst for revenge.
Heh, don't worry, Daishinkan. They can't do anything against fusion, much less will be able to do something on their own.
Meanwhile, on a destroyed planet, Goku and Vados fell, generating great destruction all over the place.
Where are we? I swear, Daishinkan, that bastard will pay. I don't know what I've done to make him that miserable Xeno-dwarf want me, even consider him my friend. But when I leave, I'll eradicate everything in my path.
Goku would notice Vados' body was losing power due to one of the energy arrows that hit her.
No, Goku, it's impossible for me to survive. My father's techniques are definitive, but you must. I know that you could become the most powerful being. Avenge me, Goku.
Vados would be knocked out of combat, while Goku held her in his arms. A hugging power was released from Goku's body, so much that he would make the entire forbidden dimension shake. Because this, hundreds of warriors would come see who was the owner of the new power.
I'm sorry, Vados. I haven't been able to protect you. I thought I could make it, but I'm still immortal. I should have died, not you. Vados, please reply.
No, Vados is not dead yet. But don't worry. I'll make sure you have a great place to stay and manage to overcome your powers. A beautiful woman similar to Vados would be released in incredible power, making the beings around her leave. She would inject sacred energy into her body. You should rest too. When they wake up, they will inform me how they were able to reach this place. So rest. Goku would fall to the ground unconscious, but inside a new power had awakened, due to the anger of having lost his friends. This warrior must be the subject of prophecy, a mortal able to achieve the Omega instinct, to finally end the lineage of that dwarf. While in mind, he remembered part of the profession, and how a warrior with dark wings and silver hair would bring destruction to the entire divine kingdom. The mysterious woman would take Goku and Vados in her arms while leaving all the destruction in her path. Despite a few warriors watching from the shadows, no one dared to attack. It's because this woman, who felt the power of Goku and Vados, was the most powerful woman there. The woman named Naira, who would arrive towards her territory, observing a great golden castle over the place. Vados' soul is extremely affected by the technique of that Daishinkan. I won't let him die. A power of that warrior named Goku has stabilized. He is only unconscious. Naira would transmit a little of her power to Vados with the intention of healing the wound Daishinkan generated. The superficial wounds of Vados managed to heal completely, but the damage to his soul was irreversible. Damn, not even with my power am I able to heal the damage to her soul. I've only been able to delay the inevitable. With her fragmented soul, I will give her a few months, but with my support, those months can reach a year or 18 months. Naira was a little upset by the meditation pose, waiting for Goku to wake up. In Zeno-sama's palace, Daishinkan organized an emergency meeting with the other universes and beings of great powers of each universe. Angels, gods, and most important beings of the universe, I ask for your presence. Prepare for the cataclysm that's to approach. I, the guardian angel of Zeno-sama, have the authority to explore all 12 universes, but the gods and angels of universes 6 and 7 have been killed. The rumors among those present were not long in coming, Beerus being the most powerful god of the 12 universes. What happened, Daishinkan? I was even thinking about the Saiyan son Goku, but it's impossible because, despite his power, he wasn't able to defeat Whis. That means that a much more powerful warrior's been able to defeat him.
Likewise, Father, but in case we've been able to end the life of two of our brothers, we won't allow that. We'll have to look for a warrior causing him this great lesson. I agree with Belmaud. No matter how powerful Son Goku is, it is impossible for a mortal to end the life of a god, much less an angel. That means a warrior of great power is loose by the 12 universes.
It's very hasty to draw conclusions. I just wanted to inform you what happened, so that all the gods, angels, and present beings are able to guard up. Without more to say, you can withdraw. The deities would leave their presence of the respective universes, and a smile would form on Daishinkan's face, just as Zeno-sama was approached in the background. Apparently everything's gone to plan, my lord. The gods are able to start doubting the existence of Son Goku.
Perfect! Now we have to create a golem. With my little son of Goku's blood, we'll be able to create the perfect trap.
I agree, Lord. Once everything's finished, Goku's golem will be sent to Universe 11 to attack the god Belmaud. A golem that even my daughter Margarita is not easy to stop.
At the precise moment that Golem is about to end the life of Margarita and Belmaud, you appear, saving them and ending Goku's life, and we won't have any loose ends.
Of course, my lord. This moment I'll leave for the creation of the golem, and since we have to do this quickly.
Daishinkan would leave to a large golden room, and his eyes shone an intense blue, starting to shape him into a larger energy golem. Returning to the Forbidden Dimension, Goku would wake up dazed due to the battle. I feel dizzy. I don't get it. The reason why Daishinkan tried to end me? It doesn't matter. At this moment, I'm going to become stronger to end his life. Some applause would be heard from Son Goku's back. Naira, who was heard the aspirations of Goku's revenge. That seems great. That mortal is able to defeat Daishinkan is something that one would never imagine. I know that your son Goku has enough potential to become even the Super Omega Saiyan. Wow, I don't even feel your presence, but just from seeing you, I can see that you're an angel like Vados. Who are you? I wasn't able to see you in any of the 12 universes. A few tears would form on Naira's face, Goku being able to say anything. An amazing power was released all around him. Goku would fall to the ground due to the power of that woman who would release in front of him. That power released by Whis is dozens of times. I don't even know if he's able to surpass Daishinkan. I haven't been able to observe all his power, but I'm more than sure that this angel is capable of surpassing most. Naira would regain consciousness, decreasing her power, while helping Goku stand as she would wipe the tears from her eyes. I apologize, I was just surprised as you deduced. I am an angel because my power is increasing at great speed. Daishinkan, my father, decided to send me to this forbidden dimension of all eternity. Goku was surprised. What did you say? That means that even long before Daishinkan started with these measures, when did you leave outside the universes existed? Naira's gaze would change to a somber one. Since I have observed the knowledge of the 24 universes, the same reason, my reaction was one that you could see. I wasn't able to believe what you told me. Out of the 24 universes, these people eliminated 12 completely. This gotta stop. Please, with the power that you can release, you're more powerful than Whis and Vados. Train me. I want to become more powerful and be able to avenge my friends. So the little Whis is able to become an angel. Of course, you'll be the salvation of the remaining universes. I'm sure that with the power you get, you can discover the origin of evil. Naira would manage to wrap Goku's entire body in a golden glow. I have granted you the essence of an angel. With that power you have, you will start with your meditation, since it'll be more than feasible for you to release your hidden potential, as well as the power beyond Ultra Instinct. Goku would meditate, his whole body covered by Naira's. Due to this, Goku's power would rise, having the help and supervision of a much more powerful being. In returning to Zeno-sama's planet, a great rumble would be caused over the place, which would alert the guardians of Zeno-sama.
What's the great explosion? Has a new enemy been able to infiltrate the kingdom of Zeno-sama?
No, apparently Daishinkan's able to finish the energy golem I asked. We'll be able to end this problem once and for all. Zeno-sama with the Guardians would approach the place where Daishinkan was. A few meters being away, a huge explosion was seen, destroying most of Zeno-sama's castle. What the hell? Is he an infiltrator? Guards, go investigate what's happening. I can't see what is happening because of the dust.
As you order.
Both Guardians would enter the center of the mass of dust, but to their surprise, they noticed a subject looking like Son Goku holding Daishinkan by the neck.
The Guardian, seeing this, threw hundreds of blows against the warrior, but the subject dodged each of the blows. What? Daishinkan could create a monster! This wasn't the plans! We have to retreat with Zeno-sama! The Golem, as if it was a lightning bolt, appeared on the sides of the Guardians, connecting them with a kick and blow, making them fall to the side of Zeno-sama. My lord, get out of here! The Golem plans to end you with the High Priest! It's been a failure! At the moment of the smoke dissipating, Goku with silver hair could be seen, while the clothing was similar to Daishinkan's, but with the characteristic seals of the kingdom of Zeno-sama. I've been created to eliminate all divine scum of the 12 universes. It'll be a faster job if I start eliminating the supposed most powerful beings. While the Golem was talking, Daishinkan was trying to get loose, throwing hundreds of blows, but he couldn't even do slight damage to his creation. This has gotten out of hand. I can't abandon Daishinkan. In case this Golem becomes more powerful, I'll need all the power of Daishinkan to stop him. Zeno would step forward, agreeing while his combat form with a serious look reflected on his face. I, as the king of all, cannot allow my priest to be defeated by a creation. I will stop you. Zeno-sama at an incredible speed would try to attack the Golem, but before being able to get there, Goku would hold him by his face and make him crash to the base of the palace, generating destruction in his path. Because unlike original Goku, this one was not trusted in the slightest, attacking with all his power from the beginning. Zeno-sama would stand, spitting out blood. Guardians, stand up! We have to snatch Daishinkan and regroup! We're not allowed to lose in this place! Both Guardians would stand as they rose to the top of everything. Zeno-sama would start attacking with hundreds of blows, but his enemy treated him like a child, and from the top, a double attack was being channeled by the Guardians. Dual attack, Deity Annihilator. A powerful attack would come out fired against that warrior, while Zeno-sama held him tight from the back. The attack was taking him by surprise and would hit 3 warriors, but affected would be the Golem, because he would receive the blow entirely. Zeno-sama had returned to his base state by the serious wounds over his body, while the power of Daishinkan had greatly decreased. It's Guardians' moments. Come for us. Let's go to Universe 11. The Guardians with the power moved quickly, holding Zeno-sama Daishinkan, disappearing, and the energy Golem would regenerate quickly with a smile on his face. You were able to create this immense power, but now you want to end me. I won't allow that. Get ready. The most powerful deities of all the universes would arrive to Universe 11, specifically the planet of the god Belmaud, generating an explosion because the deities of Universe 11 would investigate what happened. Hey Margarita, what happened? What was that caused this entire planet to shake?
I don't know, Belmaud. It apparently looks like a meteorite, but it's strange since no meteorite or situation goes through my baculum first. But it would be a great destruction the deities could see. Most were injured were Daishinkan and Zeno-sama. Margarita, heal them. The most powerful deities of the 12 universes. This can't be happening. First there's the deities of Universe 7, and now the most powerful ones in the universes. Margarita, with the help of her staff, would get everyone out of danger, but she wouldn't get them to recover all their energies. I've been able to heal their wounds, but they're out of danger, but they have to wait after a few days to fully recover. We gotta investigate what's happening. A being powerful enough to leave these guys in deplorable condition is something that I can't even believe. In the Forbidden Dimension, a few weeks passed. Goku would manage to master all his power with the help of Naira, and even Vados would manage to wake up. Where am I located? The last thing I remember was that we've been sent to the Forbidden Dimension with the help of my brother, Whis, to survive. Naira would hug her because Vados was surprised to recognize her older sister. But you're Naira, my dear sister. I didn't know that you were in this place. How's it possible? I thought that you with the 5 angels were killed by the demons of the Forbidden Universes. Sister, these Forbidden Universes never existed. It is a trap by our father. Already when we got here, Daishinkan would end the life of each of us. I was able to flee since he created a portal of this dimension. I've not been able to leave. Vados' expression was amazed, because before he was able to say anything, an incredible negative power would enter Goku's body, and all this power would generate large wings out of his back, while the same dimension was completely about to collapse. What happened? A few minutes ago, Son Goku's power was stable. Is it because Vados woke up?
From a great explosion of negative energy, one could see a new Goku, who would walk around with his angel's wings and silver hair make him look imposing.
I'll eradicate everything in my path. I don't care who my enemy is. They won't be able to stand a chance against my power.
Naira would stand in front of Goku with the intention of stopping him, but hundreds of energy rays did not allow her to get close. Just like her simple aura, it formed a great barrier.
My Goku, what happened? Don't let anything that's happened change your existence. I trust in you. You are more powerful than this, but don't change your pure heart.
Vados' words would affect Goku because his power would grow, but at this moment his appearance began to change radically, while his wings likewise would disappear. A large seal with wings would appear in the center of his chest with silver hair and a few golden-colored strands.
Wow, I didn't know you had the influence of a warrior's mind. Even this transformation's more heavenly and powerful than the one I saw.
Goku, starting to get closer with a big golden glow, was released over the forbidden dimension. An imposing warrior enveloped in a great golden aura would approach them. What would leave both angels surprised was the whole place in his path was changed. On this occasion, the forbidden dimension, which had galaxies and planets, would turn a bright golden color.
What? How Son Goku's been able to illuminate the forbidden dimension completely? I can't believe it! Even I, with the training of millions of years, have not been able to make her shake, much less light up the whole big space, which is said to be as big as 12 universes together. I don't know who you've been able to achieve it, my Goku, but with the power that you've been able to achieve, I am more than sure that you'll be the perfect warrior, the being that'll put an end to the evil ambitions that my father and Zeno-sama have.
Goku started to get much closer, but the more he did, the golden glow intensified all around him, which would generate that both angels are not able to see anything, but Vados would feel Goku's hand on his shoulder.
I promise I'll protect you with my life. Thank you for being in this place with me. I swear I'll avenge the death of Whis. The most that my teacher was my friend. Something is not right. It's the same person, but at the same time, I feel another presence inside. What is happening to Son Goku's body?
But before Naira was able to say anything, thousands of purple-colored rays began to cross her entire body. While her black wings would appear again, Goku was in transition again, being the new transformation he had obtained in the transformation of Naira's premonition. Because of this, everything around him would quickly darken, while being destroyed in the same way as millions of dimensional portals would open all over the place. The power he's releasing could form hundreds of portals to get out of this place, but we can't go out right now with Goku like this. If he hasn't been able to master all his power, this will be something counterproductive. Vados would fly with a great speed towards Goku. Despite Naira's warnings, who would stretch out her hand with the intention of stopping her, it was useless. Vados would get to Goku's side, hugging him. The rays that were released all around him even began to do great damage to Vados. However, Vados did not. It doesn't matter if you want to end my life. You're immortal. You are not to blame for everything that's happened. Your only sin was to become much more powerful to even threaten the most powerful beings of the power scale. Goku would open his eyes. He would observe how too much blood was released from Vados' body, and the rays crossed the body were incredible in power, generating amazing damage. Goku would hold Vados between his arms. I apologize, Vados. I don't know what's wrong with me. I won't hurt you again. Goku would hold Vados in his arms. While some wings would change to a bright white color, everything would turn golden, and with the same energy, he would begin to heal Vados' wounds. But at the moment of healing all those wounds, he'd realize the fragmentation of Vados' soul. A great anger would travel over his body, leaving Vados with Naira. Naira, I order it, if you please, to be able to find out the great power, but I apparently have to divide my energies. A negative part which wants to destroy everything in its path, and a positive, that is, I'm currently using. Goku, you have to have control of your emotions. You must control your energy. At the least expected case, your emotions will control your body. If you release all that negative power, destroying everything you must protect. Goku would observe Vados by Naira, while she remained unconscious. Don't worry, I don't know the name of the transformation, but I can promise I'll control this negative energy. I want to use that energy to end the life of those bastards of the Divine Kingdom. Goku would place in a meditation pose in his new transformation, and everything would return to normal around Goku. A great aura intensified and decreased. Naira, next to Vados, would move a little further away. Naira would place Vados on some rocks so she could get some rest, while Naira began to walk all around her. Her expression was of amazement and disbelief. What kind of transformation has he achieved? It's supposed to that the transformation of the legend called the Omega Ultra Instinct, black wings as well as negative energy. But Son Goku was able to achieve an even more powerful state. We have many unknowns. Naira would return to watch Vados, while a chill would run through her body. Apparently Vados is the only one capable of keeping him out. She was the one who would make him regain consciousness. I can't imagine when Vados' soul is destroyed, Goku would become a not-real monster. Goku would continue in the meditation pose. The instant he'd open his eyes, he could see the full vindictive Rancor. I'll control all the negative energy. My motivation will be that I managed to end the life of those bastards. I can't believe that, not satisfied with the death of Whis, I've been able to fragment the soul of his dear daughter. That has no forgiveness. I will eradicate it. Outside of the Forbidden Dimension, a rumble would shake all the 12 universes. Goku's Golem would manage to recover completely, managing to have an incredible increase in power. Despite being simple ants, they are able to manage to do me great harm. This pain will only make me much more powerful. I have to find those worms. The appearance of the warrior had changed much more, since this time he didn't have the clothes on the part of his chest, which would show a large inverse triangle on his chest and forehead. I don't have the energy core observed. Since my energy skill is enough to be able to destroy one of my cores, my body will be reduced to 25% if it destroys my main core, which is one on my forehead. I'll disappear completely. I have to devise a technique to remove my energy cores. The Golem would leave the Divine Kingdom because everything that had been destroyed. In Universe 11, the deities would wake up after 5 days of being unconscious. Where are we? What happened to Son Goku? Are we dead? It's a pleasure to see you, Daishinkan. I'm sorry to intrude on your affairs. Listen, well, that you mentioned a Goku from Universe 7? Don't tell me a mere mortal was able to leave them in terrible conditions. Daishinkan had a serious look at Belmouth. Although it's hard to believe, it was Son Goku who left us in these conditions. I don't know how he was able to get that power. Even the 4 of us together weren't able to do anything against him. This is a threat of the highest level. We have to inform the gods and angels. Be careful with Son Goku. Margarita, communicate with all the gods and angels. We have to have a meeting on my planet.
Of course, my lord. At this very moment, I will communicate with the others.
A smile would be drawn on his face with multiple injuries. No matter the beating of that miserable Golem has given us, I know how I created it, so we should be able to connect a strong blow to one of his energy cores. All this would go through his mind, but a big plan of his energies would be that the Golem would be on an inhospitable ice planet, training how to move its cores at will. The marks on my cores, I'm not going to disappear them. Although my appearance has changed, it currently looks more like Daishinkan's. That doesn't interest me. Both my cores and my body move over my body, which will make it impossible for any warrior to connect a blow to them. The Daishinkan Golem would give a big smile, his red aura rising over the planet he was training. Having the blood of Son Goku and Daishinkan, I could say I'm a genius among geniuses. Since no one can master the core mobility technique in this short period of time, it's only been 3 days. The Golem of Goku would rise on the surface of the planet. He would perceive how all the deities had gathered at the same point. On the planet of the god Belmouth of Universe 11, thanks to this, a big smile would be on his face. Apparently I'm in luck. I'm able to give those good-for-nothing worms a visit. I imagine they must be devising a plan to end my existence, but they'll get a big surprise. Goku's Golem would leave at a great speed towards Universe 11. On the planet of god Belmouth, all the gods were gathered. I thank you for your visit, gods and angels. We have to act together, and not with a hot head. The slightest mistake cannot lead to the grave. Son Goku from Universe 7 so powerful he left Zeno-sama and me on the verge of death. I could tell he has 2 weak points. But Daishinkan-sama, it's impossible for a mortal to surpass the level of a guardian angel, much less compare himself to the power of you, who are the most powerful beings of all existing.
Father, I agree with my god of destruction, that a mortal aspires to be the most powerful mortal of the 12 universes. This is something unusual, but never in existence had we heard of a mortal capable of ending the life of an angel. Much less leave the most powerful warriors of the 12 universes in terrible conditions. I'm sure Son Goku must have outside help.
That's what I wanted to tell you about. From what I could see, Son Goku is using external power. He has two seals that are apparently the ones given to him the power. One's on the center of his chest, the other on his forehead. I'm sure by destroying them, Son Goku's power will decrease greatly, or he will die. If we already know what Son Goku's weak point is, we gotta do something right now, before he finishes us. We have to face each other one by one, and Son Goku will be able to beat us completely. Daishinkan would take a step forward, but before he was able to say anything, the entire planet of the god Belmont was beginning to be destroyed, due to a great pressure and gravitational force that was falling on the entire Universe 11. Ha! So he thinks I don't have the ability to face you on my own. No matter how many scumbags join to stop me, they can't do anything against a king like me. Daishinkan was surprised to realize his appearance changed. I'm surprised by the appearance you have. Apparently the power you're absorbing is even allowing you to access a similar form to mine. No matter what form you have, we know how to defeat you. Heh, interesting. Try. All the gods with their angels would rush Goku, holding him with a great power, while Daishinkan-sama collected a great energy in his hands. Daishinkan, I grant you the power beyond a king at all, as well as my power to be able to eliminate him. I am able to transform into a crushing blow. Eliminate with a single blow. A great aura would enter Daishinkan. The eyes of Daishinkan would be bright blue, connecting a powerful blow in the center of his forehead. With such a power, great chaos would be generated over the place. The gods and angels would be sent to a few mountains without serious injury. I gotta admit, this was not in my plan, but it's all the same. I didn't think I would form a genius mixing some Goku's blood with mine. Huh! Apparently it's easier than expected. It will be better to take Son Goku from this place. We thank you for your collaboration, gods and angels. Heh, I thought it'd be a much bigger challenge. We took care of holding him completely, but he's still immortal. The Guardians would hold Son Goku's body, but before they could do anything, they couldn't move in the slightest. A few rays of energy would fall on the planet of Belmont, and in a quick movement, Goku would hit both Guardians, making them fall to a remote area of the planet of Belmont. The plan I had was excellent. Destroy one of my energy cores. It's a pity I trained this weak point I had. I managed to eliminate both energy cores I had in my body. Thanks to that, I no longer have a weak point. Daishinkan's expression changed to terror. You can't have that. You're nothing but a failed invention. A mere mortal compared to the greatness of us gods and angels. What do you think if we checked how failed I am? I won't let them escape. All the energies of the divine energies launched themselves against Goku. None of their blows could do any damage. The first fist of the Guardians was able to graze one of his energy cores by chance, generating Goku spits out blood, leaving those present surprised, but without wasting time, they threw a great energy attack, combining with divine rays. What happened? How was one of the blows of the Guardians able to generate damage? That means he has a weak spot. Through the curtain of fire could be seen Goku standing up, spitting out blood. Even though I mastered my core technique, there's still a possibility you could hit my energy core. Though there are zero possibilities. It's amazing. Returning to the Forbidden Dimension, Goku at the moment would open his eyes. While suffocating heat would be raised through the dimension, he would attract the attention of Naira and Vados.
Naira, you're my older sister, but please, I ask you to fulfill my request. My soul is completely fragmented, and in these months that have passed, I've been in agonizing pain. I wanted to say goodbye to Goku, but I didn't want to interrupt his training. Dear sister, I understand the request you have. I doubt very much Son Goku will accept it. He is more powerful, and in order to protect you, you are the only woman who manages to keep him at bay. I'm surprised that a being with such energy reserves has an attachment to someone. Son Goku is not like the others, and I'm sure he'll understand. A large aura would appear in front of the angels. While the brightness began to decrease, Goku could be seen 100% mastering his divine energy and negative energy. Sorry for making you wait. I've been able to master all my energies that exist in my body. I know that, Mr. Goku, I wanted you to be part of my power. Having my soul fragmented, the suffering I have is agonizing. I ask, please, I want my power to be of some use to you. A few tears would fall from Goku's face. If that's your wish, rest assured I will bring it to life. Goku would stretch out one of his hands, absorbing the essence of Vados, while Vados would smile, beginning to disappear, and after a few moments, Vados would disappear completely, while a golden aura would split everything around him. Even rays of golden energy would rain down all over that dimension.
Gogeta floated in the sky, surrounded by the imposing energy of his new form. The stars seemed to pale before the intensity of his blue radiance as Takagami recovered from the initial impact and adopted a defensive posture. What kind of transformation is this? This is the power of those who fight for something greater than themselves. With a flash, Gogeta disappeared, appearing in front of Takagami in the blink of an eye. The clash of their fists created shockwaves that shook the battlefield. Gogeta's speed and strength were unmatched, surpassing even Takagami's ability to anticipate his blows. Gogeta and Takagami exchanged blows and energy blasts at breakneck speed. Each impact resounded like cosmic thunder, creating an epic symphony on planet Earth. Your attempt to revive your so-called gods ends here, Takagami. But you're a bug in the face of the greatness of my power. In an instant, Gogeta unleashed a burst of concentrated energy, enveloping Takagami in a whirlwind of light and force. When the light dissipated, Takagami emerged unharmed, but with a more serious expression. Interesting, but not enough. The battle was reaching cosmic levels, with ripples of energy spreading across the far reaches of the universe. Meanwhile, the other Z warriors watched the sky, appreciating Gogeta's great power of display and Takagami's resilience and viciousness. The roar of battle echoed in every corner of the universe. Gogeta and Takagami, wrapped in an endless dance of energy, continued their titanic confrontation. Space twisted and trembled under the influence of their powers, creating distortions itself. Bursts of energy expanded like lightning, illuminating the darkness of the night sky with dazzling flashes. Each blow between the two contenders seemed to release an explosion of energy that spread in concentric waves, setting the frantic pace of the cosmic battle. Away from the battlefield, the others watched in anguish and admiration. Bulma, with a mixture of fear and hope in her eyes, clung to the hope that Gogeta would prevail.
Come on, Gogeta, you must win! For all of us!
Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Gogeta and Takagami continued their fierce exchange. Determination burned in Gogeta's eyes, while Takagami maintained a defiant smile, though his expression hid a growing unease. This is for the price you pay for defying the peace of the universe. With a swift movement, Gogeta vanished and reappeared behind Takagami, launching an energy-charged punch straight at his back. But Takagami, anticipating, quickly spun around and blocked the attack with a dark energy shield. Haha, is that all you got? In response, Gogeta intensified his assault, unleashing a continuous flurry of punches and kicks. Each impact resounded like thunder. But Takagami, though outmatched in speed, resisted with his dark power, countering the attacks with deft movements. During the scuttle, Takagami took advantage of the prevalent moment of openness and opened up a launched energy bolt straight for Gogeta's chest. The resulting explosion shook the universe and Gogeta was thrown backwards, leaving a trail of blue energy. Is that all hope can do? Gogeta recovered quickly, stood up with determination. The glow of his transformation increased even more. This is far from over. The battle continued, leading them again to display an ever-increasing amount of power. In this fury, Gogeta unleashed power that defied the laws of the universe, and Takagami, despite his arrogance, began to show signs of concern. The tension was palpable. The Z warriors felt the intensity of the confrontation, even when they were a long distance away from where the battle for the future of the planet was taking place. Piccolo was seriously watching, calculating every move and thinking at some point this battle, which was far from over, would be a favorable outcome. Piccolo, in his thoughts, Goku, Vegeta, we trust you. You must win this battle. The battle reached a new climax when Gogeta and Takagami met at an eminent point in the battle. The energy emanated from them, illuminating the vastness of the dark sky, creating a dazzling spectacle of colors and flashes. You cannot escape darkness. Darkness will never prevail over light. You're a fool if you think your light can eclipse my power. Suddenly, a voice echoed in Gogeta's mind, a familiar but distant voice. Gogeta, do not underestimate your enemy. Truth lies within strength. The transmission abruptly cut off, leaving Gogeta bewildered. Before he could reflect on it, however, Takagami lunged towards him with surprising speed, unleashing a series of punches and kicks that left Gogeta struggling to keep up. At that moment, a fleeting image flashed through Gogeta's mind, a vision of his loved ones.
of his purpose and the responsibility he carried on his shoulders. The energy of the transformation fanned, and Gogeta, with newfound determination, struck back with renewed ferocity.
This is the limit of your tyranny, Takagami! The limit's up to you, Gogeta, and your limit is my power!
Suddenly, the sky around him fragmented, and multiple distorted versions of Takagami emerged from the dimensional rifts, each with a malevolent grin.
You cannot defeat me, Gogeta. I am eternal. I'm a god! You may be powerful, but I'm not alone in this!
The battle reached a new intensity as multiple distorted incarnations of Takagami surrounded Gogeta. Each emanated a dark energy that defied the laws of the universe. The air itself seemed to vibrate with the pressure of their combined presences. At that precise moment, Goku and Vegeta's fusion had come to an end due to the amount of power they had used in order to stand up to Takagami. Goku and Vegeta, although they had returned to their individual forms after the fusion, knew that the key by defeating Takagami lay in perfect unity and coordination. Vegeta, we're in this together. Let's give all our power to be able to confront him so we can free Yamcha from this so-called god.
Yes, Kakarot, this insect will not defeat us.
The Z Warriors watched in amazement, aware that the fate of the universe hung in the balance. Piccolo analyzed this situation, looking for any weaknesses that could be exploited. The others prepared to act if the opportunity presented itself. Goku and Vegeta, now separated, their fusion as Gogeta, faced Takagami with determination in their eyes. The dark presence of the supposed god loomed over them, but the Saiyans were determined to free Yamcha and put an end to the threat he posed. Vegeta, we need to coordinate our attacks. We've always been stronger when we fight together.
For once, I agree with you, Kakarot. This insect will pay for what he did.
The two Saiyans lunged towards Takagami, attacking with a combination of punches and ki blasts. Takagami, though powerful, was momentarily overwhelmed by the timing of the two warriors. However, his sinister laugh echoed across the battlefield.
Your union will change nothing. My power is unlimited.
Goku and Vegeta exchanged glances, realizing that the situation was more serious than they had imagined. Takagami unleashed a wave of dark energy that sent them flying, but they quickly recovered, ready to continue the fight. The Z Warriors watched with concern. Gohan, though a bit intimidated by Takagami's power, maintained his unwavering determination. Piccolo, with his keen intelligence, pointed out a possible weakness.
It seems his power is linked to some source. We must find a way to break that connection.
Goten and Trunks, who had arrived along with Gohan, eager to join the battle, looked at their parents with concern. However, Piccolo stopped them.
Guys, we need a plan before we launch into battle. Your strength will be crucial at the right time.
While the Z Warriors thought of a plan, Goku and Vegeta continued their fierce assault against Takagami. Every time it seemed they were about to defeat him, his power increased and the evil emanating from him intensified.
Ha 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 ha! Your resistance is useless. My power thrives on despair and suffering.
Then we must find a way to change that. Vegeta, we need to attack together, but with a strategy.
You're finally thinking clearly, Kakarot. Let's do it!
The two Saiyans, coordinating their movements, executed a series of synchronized attacks. Although Takagami was defending himself skillfully, he began to show signs of discomfort. The connection between his power and the external source seemed to be faltering. At that instant, Piccolo noticed the opportunity.
Now is the time. Gohan, wait for the opening we'll give you so you can attack. Goten, Trunks, follow me on my signal.
Gohan nodded, conveying a look of confidence to his friends. Goten and Trunks prepared to act on Piccolo's directions.
Everyone, let's send our energies to Goku and Vegeta. We must strengthen their connection and weaken Takagami's source of power.
The Z Warriors gathered their energies and, with a coordinated effort, sent a stream of ki skyward. Goku and Vegeta, sensing the surge of power, seized the opportunity. They're doing it! Come on, Vegeta! The connection between Goku, Vegeta, and the Z Warriors created a unique synergy. Energy flowed through them, strengthening their resolve and weakening Takagami's external source of power.
This can't be happening!
The darkness surrounding Takagami began to dissipate, due to the large amount of energy they were receiving from their friends. Piccolo, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, observing the battle, noticed the opportunity to intervene.
Now, guys, let's go! Goten and Trunks took flight into the sky where Goku and Vegeta were, joining the fight against Takagami. With the energy of the Z-Warriors strengthening the connection between Goku and Vegeta, the real battle was about to begin. The fusion of powers of the Saiyans between father and son created an explosion of energy that enveloped Takagami. The fight intensified, but now, with hope and determination as their allies, Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks were ready to face the Dark God and free the universe from his evil domain. The burst of energy that enveloped Takagami reverberated throughout the universe. The fusion of the powers of Goku, Vegeta, and his sons created a symphony of forces, illuminating the sky with a brilliant radiance that defied the darkness Takagami had tried to impose. Takagami, enveloped in the luminescence of the combined energy, struggled to maintain his composure. The connection between his power and the source of his power, Yamcha, was weakening with every second, and his sinister laugh began to turn into growls of frustration. "We're making progress, Vegeta!" "Yes, but let's not let our guard down. It's not over." As the Saiyans continued their coordinated offensive, Goten and Trunks and their Super Saiyan forms joined the battle. The pressure on Takagami intensified as he now faced not only the two adult Saiyans, but also that of his sons. The coordination between them was impressive, and every move was backed by the combined strength of the Z-Warriors.
Dad! Vegeta! We're here to help! Let's show this guy that the Saiyan family is unstoppable!
The trio of Saiyans, with their different levels of expertise and abilities, formed a united front against Takagami. The battle was getting more and more intense, with bursts of energy and flurries of attacks lighting up space like a celestial spectacle. Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and the others channeled their energies to strengthen the connection between the Saiyans and, at the same time, searched for weaknesses in Takagami's defense. "We must keep the pressure on and look for any opportunity to unbalance Takagami."
Dad! Vegeta! Goten! Trunks! We all trust you! Let's defeat this enemy together!
In space, the synergy between the Saiyans reached its peak. Goku and Vegeta, with the energy of their sons and the Z-Warriors, fused their attacks in an amazing display of power. Takagami, despite his resistance, began to give ground. "This is not possible! I'm a god! I cannot be defeated!" The connection between his power and the external source was on the verge of collapse. The Saiyans, sensing Takagami's weakness, redoubled their efforts. Goten, Trunks, guided by Piccolo's strategy, attacked from unexpected angles, while Goku and Vegeta continued their frontal assault. Piccolo noticed a key opportunity. "Now, Gohan, it's your time!" Gohan, in his final form ready to take advantage of the opportunity, concentrated his energy and launched himself into the confrontation. With surprising speed, he joined the fight alongside Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks.
Let's finish this, Dad!
The symphony of energy between the Z-Warriors and the Saiyans reached its climax. Takagami, beset on all sides, struggled to stand, and the skies erupted in an explosion of light and darkness as the heroes joined forces to confront the Dark God. The battle reached its climax, and every move decided the fate of the universe. The Z-Warriors from Earth watched with eagerness and hope, knowing that victory was within reach, but also aware that the final fight was yet to come. With the Saiyans and the Z-Warriors facing Takagami in a cosmic confrontation. However, amidst the chaos of battle, a small distraction allowed Takagami to strike back with furiosity. Goten and Trunks, focused on following Piccolo's strategy, attacked from different angles. However, in a moment of minimal distraction, Takagami seized the opportunity and launched a surprise counterattack. With quick and precise movements, the Dark God managed to evade Goten and Trunks' attacks, countering them with punches and energy blasts. "Ha ha ha! Your efforts are useless, children! I'm the all-consuming darkness!" Goten and Trunks, though agile and powerful, found themselves in a precarious situation. Takagami, with his speed and cunning, left the young Saiyans struggling to keep up.
"We have to protect them!"
"Takagami's concentration of power is increasing. We need to regroup and find a strategy to counter his moves." Meanwhile, in the sky, Goten and Trunks, despite the setbacks, continued to fight bravely. They tried to coordinate their attacks, but Takagami's speed and cunning proved to be a formidable challenge.
"Trunks, we have to stay focused!"
"I know, but this guy's stronger than I imagined!" In an unexpected twist, Takagami launched a blast of dark energy that hit Goten and Trunks, leaving them badly injured. Both Saiyans fell backwards with obvious signs of exhaustion and pain.
Goten! Trunks!
This damned Dark God! The adult Saiyans intensified their assault, determined to avenge their momentary fall of their sons. Takagami, however, taking advantage of the confusion and despair that gripped the Z Warriors, rejoiced in his newly strengthened power. This is how the heroes of the universe give up. They may fight, but in the end, darkness will always prevail. The result was becoming even more tense. The Z Warriors, though determined, were facing the reality that their fight was far from over. Goten and Trunks, wounded but not defeated, were struggling to recover and rejoin the battle. We need a new approach. Takagami's strength increases with each passing moment.
We'll protect Goten and Trunks. We'll not let the darkness prevail.
The battle, now more critical than ever, was plunging into a desperate confrontation where the survival of the universe hung in the balance. Gohan, observing the critical situation of his brother Goten and Trunks, could not contain the fury that burned within him. A flash of anger crossed his eyes, and his energy rose to levels that would leave even the most experienced Saiyans dumbfounded. He lunged towards Takagami with shocking speed, ignoring any concern for his own safety.
With this price, you'll pay for hurting my family!
His speed and furiosity impressed everyone on the battlefield. Every blow he delivered carried with it a pent-up rage of a protective brother. Takagami, though initially surprised, adapted to the intensity of Gohan's attacks. Do you think your anger can stop me?
I'm going to protect my family and the entire universe from your darkness!
The battle between Gohan and Takagami unleashed an energy storm in space. Goku and Vegeta watched in awe and fear as the conflict reached levels that defied comprehension. Despite their determination, they realized they were facing a power beyond anything they had faced before.
This kid, his power is amazing!
We can't let Gohan fight alone. We must support him. As Gohan continued his relentless assault, Takagami showed a significant improvement in his defensive ability. Every blow was met with inhuman prowess. The battle reached a point where the universe itself seemed to be on the verge of collapse. The epic confrontation between Gohan and Takagami pushed the Saiyan warrior to the limit of his abilities. Despite Gohan's bravery and skill, the Dark God, with unmatched cunning and speed, found an opening in his defense. With a graceful twist, Takagami unleashed a ripping attack, a blast of dark energy that sliced through the air with a malevolent precision. Gohan, surprised by the speed and ferocity of the attack, barely had time to react. The energy wave hit Gohan full on, enveloping him in an explosion of light and darkness. The force of the impact threw Goku's eldest son backwards, causing him to stagger, desperately struggling to stay on his feet. The dark energy left its mark on Gohan's body, marking him with deep, tearing wounds.
Ah! This can't be so strong!
Takagami, with a sinister smile, hovered in the air, observing the result of his devastating attack. The black energy around him seemed to vibrate with satisfaction as Gohan tried to recover. This is the power you praise so much? You're no match for me, Gohan. Goku and Vegeta, witnessing the scene from a distance, gritted their teeth helplessly. The situation was becoming more critical with each passing moment. Goten and Trunks, still injured but recovering, were prepared to rejoin the fight. Gohan! We can't let this continue! Goten and Trunks, sensing the urgency of the situation, approached Gohan to help him. Despite his own injuries, determination shone in his eyes.
Brother, are you alright? Yes, but we need a new approach.
We're not going to let this guy get away with this! Meanwhile, Piccolo and the other Z Warriors were also assessing the situation, looking for any opportunity to change the course of the battle. The pressure on them was mounting, and the need to find an effective strategy was becoming more apparent. We have to work together. Gohan, can you keep fighting? Gohan nodded, ignoring the pain coursing through his body. His determination had not dulled, on the contrary. Takagami's imminent threat stoked it.
I can't give up, but we need a strategy. Something that could surprise him.
Surprise him, you say? As the Z Warriors immersed themselves in strategy to counter Takagami, a small distraction took over the battlefield. Goten and Trunks, aware of the need of a different approach, exchanged determined glances.
Without saying a word, they assumed the familiar fusion dance stance. The other warriors, immersed in their tactics, barely noticed the sudden disappearance of Goten and Trunks as they performed the fusion. The energy around them condensed into a brilliant flash that revealed Gotenks, Super Saiyan, the powerful fusion of the two young Saiyans. Ready to give this guy a surprise! With impressive speed, Gotenks launched himself towards Takagami, who was momentarily startled by the new presence on the battlefield. Gotenks, with his characteristic air of self-sufficiency, began to unleash a series of swift and agile attacks, challenging the Dark God with renewed energy. Here I come! Takagami, however, far from being intimidated, smiled sinisterly. With a casual gesture, he deflected Gotenks' attacks as if toying with him.
Is that all you've got, you little fused insect?
Gotenks persisted, intensifying his attacks, trying to find an opening in Takagami's defense. However, the Dark God, with a graceful move, countered each blow with ease. Come on! It can't be! In the moment of distraction, Takagami took advantage of the situation. With impressive speed, he launched a blast of dark energy that enveloped Gotenks before he could react. The resulting explosion threw Gotenks backwards, knocking him to the ground unconscious and disfigured. Gotenks!
This is worse than we thought.
Takagami, now more confident of his superiority, hovered in the air, glaring at the defeated warriors. Goten and Trunks, still unconscious, lay on the ground as Takagami revealed in his moment of victory.
Ha 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 ha! Is this all you offer, Z warriors? Your desperation only increases my power.
With the outlook darkened by Gotenks' momentary defeat, attention turned to Gohan, who, badly wounded but driven by an inner strength, began to radiate intense energy. The pain in his body seemed to fuel his determination, and a wild golden glow enveloped as his ki reached never-before-seen levels. In the blink of an eye, Gohan transformed into Super Saiyan Phase 3, a form of awesome power that surprised even Takagami. Gohan's hair grew out of control, his muscles swelled, and his expression reflected a mixture of pain and fierce determination.
What is this? A new trick?
Gohan, with a wild roar, launched himself towards Takagami with shocking speed. The force of his blows and the intensity of his attacks shook the battlefield, creating a storm of energy around him. The conflict between light and darkness took on a new dimension as Gohan challenged the limits of his own power. You're going to pay for what you've done! What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like, Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.